Man, this is not psychological advice. I am not a psychiatrist, I'm a computer scientist. I don't know anything in life. The more you know, you realize the less you know. I guess that's how the saying goes. But this is how I view ADHD and I guess life in general. It isn't specifically like ADHD, but it's good to mention it because that's how I'm feeling right now. And again, this is my personal opinion, so yeah. But the thing is, um, a lot of people think like they say ADHD is like a mental illness, a disability, which it is. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've been diagnosed and yeah, I'm struggling, but my brain and other people's brain with ADHD, we don't all share the same qualities, right? We have different qualities, different ways we experience this disability. But what really annoys me is like my brain is wired in a specific way that works for me. Okay, so my brain basically can hyper focus on specific things I like, but can also hyper focus. Right? No, not like it can also lose focus and make me procrastinate on other things in life. And we live in a society we have developed as humans, and now we have a standard. Everything has a standard. Everyone has a standard. Society has a standard. Cities have a standard way of living, a minimum wage, for example, a standard way a building should be made. We also have a standard in how we think and we perceive each age, how each person should survive, and how each person should experience life. And what I think is wrong is that part of my brain's wiring is basically I work in a very quirky way, or how people would view it as a quirky way. Sometimes I'm inefficient, sometimes I do things in a stupid manner, sometimes I live my life in not so nice way, right? Sometimes I leave the clothes with wrinkles, sometimes I don't clean very well, sometimes I am not the most efficient person in my work, but sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm so efficient, people say how. Sometimes I'm so clean, people are like, wow. And you know what really, really, really annoys me? We live in a society, I guess, where if you don't work with the standard, you are considered suboptimal, or it's considered that you're living life wrong. And that's stupid. Like, if we build our lives the way ADHD people live their lives, we would be considered normal, you know? And also the idea that we should optimize everything and be as efficient as possible for as humans is fucking stupid. I don't want to be optimized. I don't want to be as optimal as possible. I don't want to be as efficient as possible. I'm not AI, I'm not a robot. I haven't been programmed. Like, I cannot solve a USB stick up my ass and expect to be the most efficient. I don't have software updates, right? My firmware isn't updating. It's like this. It updates on its own, but it updates on its own standard. So that's one thing. That's how I perceive ADHD. Part of it might be coping, right? Part of it might actually be coping. That's how I cope with life. But I don't think I'm far from the truth, because each person tries to follow the standard that the most common like personality type has made. But we're all different, we're all quirky, we have these little things. And it's so stupid living a life where you just have to follow a specific like ideal or a specific standard just because it's set, and just because you're scared of other people making fun of you. And this is why I said at the beginning, this is not specific to ADHD or autistic people or people that are quirky, you know. Artists are artists actually don't follow the standard. Artists are quirky, artists are quirky, and people make fun of them all the time. You see, like, the kid in the corner, like, making fucking Mona Lisa, and another guy, the normal guy, the guy that follows the standard, comes along and says, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You should be out getting bitches," or some shit. Is it inherently wrong to draw? Is this kid being punished because he's doing something wrong? I don't think so. But people are enforcing this standard of living way, way too harshly. Life is fun, man. Life is life is more than that, more than being an efficient machine. We've seen how that goes. Efficient machines are people that go into the corporate ladder, they optimize the fun out of their lives, and then they get a lot of money, they get praise, they get success. But inside, what happens then? Like when the doors are closed, when no one's there to congratulate them, what happens? When they go to sleep and they close their eyes and they just see their kid self dreaming of being I don't fucking know, like the new Kanye West. And then what? Then what happens? That's not very fun, is it? Another thing that really annoys me, right, about ADHD, this is more specific about it, right? A lot of people come and see you make a stupid mistake, but they consider a stupid mistake an inefficiency, right? And then they ridicule you about it. And then you say, oh, it's X. And the symptom of X is the thing you just did. And then they say, oh, you frame it on X again. Oh, how dare you? Oh. Like, oh yeah, man, I forgot. My brain is wired like that. I cannot change it. I cannot like grab my hand and change my brain, you know? And then they tell you, ah, oh, you use this excuse all the time, and you made it like once every 3 months because you're scared of explaining yourself. And that's because you're not following a standard. The artist is saying, yeah, I didn't eat today, I wanted to draw. And the person's like, you always use it, oh, you want to draw, oh, why, oh, you need to eat, oh. Yeah, but like, okay, the artist drops everything, gets out of the flow state, right? Completely ignores the art they made and goes to eat, right? You might think, yeah, that's good, right? They ate, but what happens inside of them? They think, oh, I lost my flow, like I lost the inspiration I wanted for the art, and now the art is useless. It's not complete, and there's an emptiness in the heart of the artist. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an artist, right? I don't really understand, but it's a good explanation or some shit like. And that really annoys me. Yeah, that's all I have to say, man. That's how I view life. And yeah, see you in another one.